Welcome back to the Arsenal Pass YouTube channel gameplay series. Hayden Dale here with
Nick Butcher.
Back again. This time, Arakni, and you're playing?
Enigma.
Yep, I almost forgot. Arakni Marionette versus Enigma here. Enigma, probably one of the premier decks in the meta over the last year and a half, definitely a year. And now with Viserai leaving, what does that mean for Enigma?
It means a lot of good things. Even though Enigma actually could be favored into Viserai with playing things like CYB, I've omitted from playing that for these videos.
Well, do you need to anymore?
Yeah, exactly. We don't know, so that's what we're going to try out. So I've just decided to play, a very standard Enigma list, D-react, some ward.
Value.
Value.
Yep.
So we'll see how it goes. Arakni, usually known as a favorite matchup, but of course...
So really just a good stuff Enigma deck.
Oh yeah, for sure. So my deck, as standard as possible. A couple new things like Calming Breeze.
Yeah.
Which,
pretty good in this meta.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely helps keep your ward around.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. Enigma can draw some very awkward hands. So hopefully I'm able to transcend a little bit, get that ball rolling. But people may not know that Enigma can draw bad combinations of cards. And Arakni's definitely in with a chance if that happens.
Yeah, I mean, traditionally, potentially a tough matchup. I'm playing, cards to combat Enigma, as I think all Arakni Marionettes will be doing going forward into this meta. I think it's going to be a very potentially aggressive meta that tries to be tempered by more mid-rangey kind of defensive decks, or sort of these decks that can beat control, maybe beat aggro, kind of play in the middle a little bit. And I think Arakni Marionette might be one of those decks. So what is it? It needs a package for Enigma probably. It also needs a package for aggressive decks. And I think it just generally does really well against the middle of the decks anyway, just because of what it does with its Agents of Chaos, plus all the defense, or the attack reactions and things like that. It's a very flexible deck. So I'm playing a pretty standard Arakni Marionette version, but I think the hero is quite interesting. And if it has things go its way, it can be a very, very powerful hero, but sometimes you do need the dice to fall in the right way, and it just reminds me of playing Brute. So back to my roots, Nick.
All right, well, with that said, let's get into the game.
Let's play the game. All right, Nick, here we go. Enigma, Arakni Marionette game time. Odd or even, what do you want?
Evens, baby.
Odd.
Catch a break,
Dice rolls are not going your way in this gameplay series, are they? I'm going to go ahead and go first.
You ever do.
I want to be going first in this matchup.
Fantastic. Little trivia, if I won the dice roll, I would have chose second.
Really?
Really?
Well, there you go. Well, you don't have to worry about winning the die roll then.
Exactly.
It's fine.
We're both happy. It's not bullshit though.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and discard Reaper's Call.
Okay.
Mark you
I
up,
am
my
marked.
friend. Enigma marked of Ancestry. I'm going to pass priority there. All right, at the beginning of end phase, because you're marked, I am going to become a random Agent of Chaos.
So chaotic.
Let's see what we got. 4. All right.
What's that?
4 is Redback.
All right.
So this is once per turn, attack reaction, discard an assassin card, target assassin attack gets +3, and if it is stealth, go again. And then of course, at the end of my next end phase, I'm going to return back to being who I once was. All right, over to you.
Whole brood of agents. So
yeah, exactly.
I was hoping you'd attack me, which... All right, I'm going to pitch, pass over, and play Levels of Enlightenment just for 3 go again.
There we go. All right, I'm going to say... What's my turn look like here? I'm going to say no blocks.
Okay. I will then just come in with Miraging Metamorph for 7. So nothing like a Thunderquake.
That is fair.
3 card 10.
I'm going to block 3.
All right, cool. I'll just put a card in my arsenal.
Yeah, it's a good value turn.
Yeah.
So you said you're going to go second if you won the die roll. What's the thought behind going second in this matchup? What do you like? Take a check.
I just like the ability just to be able to get on the aggressive, play a little math game. If I get to transcend, that puts me pretty far ahead and just do some damage. Like Phantasmal Clouds is just such a powerful card, right? So.
Makes sense. All right, I'm going to start the turn and we're going to come with Mark of the Black Widow for 1 here. Just 1, no more, just 1, that's it.
I'm just going to block for 3.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and just card Mark of the Black Widow to the Arakni Redback ability. So this is going to go up to 4 with go again.
Yep. Just because I get boned by an additional react, I'm just going to, and I don't really want to be marked because you can become an Agent of Chaos with the Masker to see whatever one you want on your next turn. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the 1.
Okay. Yep. So we're going to get a trigger here.
I'm no longer marked.
No longer marked.
I'm going to banish I'm going to banish this drop in the ocean.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to pitch Bonds of Agony to swing with the Clave. So we can try and buy a card for our troubles to not be marked again.
I'm just going to take the 1.
All right, so we'll be marked again. All right. I'll pass priority there, and I'm going to no longer be...
Back to the brood, as I think the cool kids say.
Back to the Marionette. Oh, back to the brood, sure. All right, your turn.
I'm going to pitch a blue and then place Command and Conquer from my hand for 6.
Well, always a classic, the old Command and Conquer.
Yes.
Well, my hand is, I would say, like fairly average.
An average assassin hand? That doesn't sound right. Ever pitch 2 reds to attack for 1?
I'm not much of an assassin player, Nick, as you know, so, but I know you've played a reasonable amount of new, so I'm sure you've done it before.
No comment.
All right, I'm going to go ahead here, and I'm going to defend for 7, which feels pretty bad.
Oh, pick up up 6 and rung, just in it, yeah?
Yep, just a Nick, pick up 6.
A lot of reds, a lot of cost, a lot of additional necessities to facilitate those reds. Exactly. Assassin Classic, welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm part of the crew now. Take up Tunic. And I'm going to attack 4/4, go again, since you are marked. With a mark of the Black Widow. On hit though, since you are marked, banish a card from your hand. So not an ideal hand there in terms of having to throw 3 cards to block, but we had an all red hand, so just a really awkward hand in general. At least this kind of gives the, Nick would like to ideally not be marked. We'd like to ideally buy some cards from Nick, and we would ideally like Nick to be marked, so.
Honestly, I think my best play is to no block.
Yeah, okay.
I'll take 4.
Take 4. And banish a card.
So I will respond to the trigger.
Sure.
And I'll pitch 3 reds for Manifestations of Mirror Guy.
Wow, okay. So we thought we had a bad hand.
So I will get 2 counters.
Yeah.
See, as you can see with this hand, it's not exactly ideal. So, all good.
Makes sense. You're no longer marked though.
Yes, I am not. So
which is important, right?
If I block, then I literally don't really do anything. So, yeah.
Yep, and you have a Mirage on the board now.
Yep.
So you trade the turn, but you get a Mirage out. Seems pretty reasonable, considering the hand was bad.
Yeah, and my Tunic will go to 3 and I'll be able to remove that and attack you for 4. We'd go again.
We're going to take 4.
All right. I will pass my turn there.
Sounds good. Save a bloodshed.
Okay, well, at least I ate the mark. That's good. Good plan.
And we'll take with Hunter's Clave, coming in for 5 with that Saber Bloodshed.
That is big. So I'm just going to block with the Command and Conquer here for 3.
We have a decision, of course. Do we want to try and see if we can buy some sort of reaction with this Vambrace? Seems like we probably should. We'll Tunic the resource and activate Vambrace.
And place Sink below.
Yep.
I'm going to put this to the bottom of my deck. Draw a card.
We're going to play Pick Up the Point. This deck plays very differently with Vambrace as opposed to Flick Knives. It's much harder to mark, obviously, without the Flick Knives. You've got to play in a very different way to try and get to your mark if you can.
And nothing like a bit of go again?
Nothing like a bit of go again, though. So 3 go again. Got to be able to push the wide pressure in this matchup, certainly.
Vambrace is still up, but...
Correct, Vambrace is still up.
All right, I'm just going to go ahead and take the 2 damage.
Yep.
And then this will eat the...
Sure.
I don't think I can really realistically make value after that, so...
Okay, so Vambrace has happened. And then we'll come in with the World's Worst Head Jab. It doesn't have go again or +1 because you're not marked, so just for 3.
I'll just take the 3.
Sure.
Unless you have a react.
No react from me. Over to you.
Gonna go to 1. I'll pitch levels and just come in for 7. 2 floating, but no go again. And I do not have footsteps if you pop me.
All right, we are going to go ahead and we have drawn the popper, so we will Command and Conquer. Is there an instant speed or to punish me?
Nothing of the sort.
Nothing of the sort.
Still, information that you do play poppers means you might be on like a bit less, reacts and stuff like that. So definitely good information to have.
Start of turn, we'll take up the Tunic and we will come in We're going to pitch the pick to pieces. I thought about keeping this to potentially play it
Yep.
this turn, but I think, you know, this game could potentially go a little bit longer, and I think if that's the case, I want to make sure I've got some pick to pieces second cycle on my deck. So we're going to pitch this one. Hunter's Clave, come in.
I am going to take 1, and I am now marked.
You are now marked. Okay, so now that you're marked, I'm going to come in with this red pick to pieces for 4 go again.
Go in on hit.
Go again on hit.
Yes.
Correct. Threatening. Go again.
So threatening. Because we like the shape of our hand a bit.
Also threatening to take that mark away from you, you know?
Yeah.
Trying to do you a favor.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say no blocks.
All right, I'm going to activate Vambrace to give this
Up to 5.
up to 5.
I'll take 5.
Yep.
Double prevention. Double no
No
prevention.
more mark though.
Yeah.
No more mark. And then I'm just going to come with Hunter's Clave.
You said no more mark.
I know. Well, I'm threatening a mark. You're not currently a mark. You know?
True.
And we'll float that Vambrace across.
I'll say no blocks and take 1, and I am marked again.
Sure. All right. We pass the turn back.
Time to roll the dice.
Let's see what we do.
Trapdoor.
Well, maybe I have a trap. You don't know. Okay,
Red back again.
We're back to being our very favorite red back. All right.
My tunic will go to 2. I will pitch this to pop my calming gesture. I will get a spectral shield.
This feels like it's going to be an Astral Etchings play. Maybe.
I am going to attack you for 1, just 1.
Just one, are you sure?
Yeah.
There's definitely no more than that, right?
I can't confirm nor deny anything.
I'm going to say no box.
All right. I'm going to play Astral Etchings from my arsenal, and this will give me 3 + 1 counters, and therefore give me go again. So now it is 4 with go again.
All right. I will say no box. I mean, no reactions, rather. Go to 25.
Yep. I will play Restless Coalescence. And I will move all 3 counters to this said Restless Coalescence, and I will attack you for 5 with go again because it has ward 2, and my weapon, my base is the ward that I have on my cards.
It's a pretty reasonable combo. All right. No blocks from me.
All right.
Down to 20.
That costs me that.
And I said before this might be a bit of a grind.
I'm going to pitch for Waxing Spectre.
Ooh.
I'll get a counter on it because I have a blue card on my pitch zone, and with our last floating resource, I'll attack you for 4 with go again.
So Nick's on a very aggressive plan here. Plan.
So I could have done the Waxing Spectre first and moved all the counters to Restless, but because you've got things like Vambrace and stuff like that, I don't particularly want all my counters on Restless Coalescence just so I can have like follow-up turns, and I assume that a Restless is probably going to go soon anyway, so having all the counters on it doesn't really matter to me that much.
Makes sense. What's really important to me right here is that you haven't yet transcended this game.
That's right.
A couple of awkward hands. So I'm going to try and do what I can to get rid of this board. It is presenting a good chunk of damage though. I'm going to say no blocks.
All right.
So another 4, me down to 16.
Yep, I will remove Restless Coalescence counter and then make a Spectral Shield.
Cool.
I will end my turn.
What's your favorite Spectral Shield up?
None of them.
Spoken like a true illusionist hater. All right, take up Tunic and easy little one here. Blue pick to pieces.
Ooh.
Just for 1. This feels like a pretty pivotal turn in the game here. I've just taken a big chunk of damage from Nick. If he gets to keep his board
I'm
here,
going to
it's
block
gonna
for
be...
6.
All right, blocking for 6. I am going to... We're going to discard this Mark of the Black Widow to red back ability.
Yep.
So we're going to give this up to 5 now.
Yep.
Because of the pick pieces ability as well. And it's going to go again. And then I am also going to choose to play Justin Nick here, choosing both modes, taking it to 10.
Yep. I will play Sink Below to go also up to 10. I'll put this at the bottom of my deck.
All right.
Draw a card.
Yep. Let's see what he's got. I've got a Razor's Edge to take this to 13. Did you draw another defense reaction? It'd be pretty good. If I didn't have this amount of damage this turn, I think this could be close to game ending.
All right, I'll take 1 And lose my board.
Yep.
Unfortunate. Oh, sorry, take 3.
3. Yep. We do have go again, but in this instance, it is just going to be an Arsenal pass. Yeah, I think if Nick was able to prevent me from taking his board there, he's going to have so many spectral shields that I can chip away in future turns. Maybe I can find another pick to pieces, but he's going to get so far ahead there.
I will Arsenal and pass.
Yep. No, I'm no longer red back after the end of that last turn. I'm back to just regular old Arakni. Okay, we'll take up Tunic. All right, I'm going to pitch this Reaper's Call and play looking for a scrap.
Yep.
I'll get rid of under the trapdoor. So this is 5 with go again coming in.
I'll block for 3 and then discard Calming Breeze. So I prevent the next 3 damage. So I'll take 1 and have 2 left over.
I'm going to, obviously Calming Breeze, really good card against Hunter's Clave, and again, just continue to make sure that it can't efficiently be marked. I think with that, okay, I'm going to go ahead and attack with the Clave.
Yep.
So coming for 1, go again.
Cool, no blocks.
So there is a Calming Breeze trigger here. I can Vambrace if I want to prevent that trigger. And I think we are on a little bit of damage game here, I think. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pitch Codex to Vambrace.
Cool. So I will take 1.
Yep. And I'm now marked. I'm going to play pick to pieces for 4 on hit, go again.
I'll say no blocks.
Sure.
So I take 3.
Take 3, correct, yep.
And I am
no longer marked. All right, I'm gonna follow that up with a cheeky Leave No Witnesses for 4. I think Leave No Witnesses is one of the most enjoyable cards to play with and one of the least enjoyable cards to play against.
Wise words. I think I'm just going to block with a Command and Conquer and take 1.
Okay.
And banish. So my Ripple Away would be banished that I drew off the thing, so don't really care at all about it. Yeah. And I'll banish another blue, so no silver.
Your CNC doesn't get banished though. I'm not new.
Yes. And there's also not a stealth card.
Yep. Cool. No mark, so we just pass the turn.
I'll just play Essence of Ancestry Mind. So whenever I get hit with a blue source after it dies, I take no damage from it.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and attack with a Hunter's Glaive.
All right, cool, no box.
Sure.
Trigger my Essence.
We'd love to see it. All right, we're gonna activate Tunic.
Cool.
2 resources, and we're gonna use those to come in with the Glaive here.
So I just really want to mark me, huh? All right, I will, no block, I'll play Restless Coalescence from my hand.
Sure, yep.
So this will eat this?
Yep.
Cool.
So I could Vambrace there, but obviously
it does nothing.
Nothing, so no point in doing that. I will then come in with Kiss of Death for 3.
That would have been a good card to have when I was marked.
Yeah, exactly. He's too good at the game.
Not good at transcending. I'll no block.
Sure.
So
no reactions.
Yep, I'll just take 3.
Yep.
And then 1.
1 from the trigger. I'm then going to discard Reaper's Call to mark you.
Sure.
Cool. And then I'm going to pass the turn.
Yep.
So I'll close the combat chain. And then beginning of my end phase, it's time to roll. It's a 6.
Trapdoor.
It's a 6. I'm a trapdoor.
Would you like to activate the ability?
I would not.
Okay.
I'm going to choose not to search.
Okay.
I'm going to pass.
I will pitch a blue and play Rage Spectre and attack for 6.
Oh, one of my actual favorite cards is Rage Spectre. I'm just deciding what I might want to be with Mask of Deceit.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and block with Mask of Deceit.
Yep.
I think it's time that I am no longer a trapdoor, I think. So when this defends, I'm going to get the trigger. I'm going to choose to become a Arakni Black Widow in this case.
All right.
I could choose the Arsenal one, but if you have a card that you can just, play down to speed or something, not really where I want to be. This one's always going to be live. So I'll take 4.
Yep. I'll just put a card in my arsenal.
Sure.
Past it.
We've used our cash-in effect to re-roll the dice a little bit, but we've rigged this dice. Something brute players wish they could do all the time.
You get a reroll, you just don't get to choose what you roll. That assassin favoritism is really showing, huh?
That is very true. All right, I'm gonna go ahead here and play this Persuasive Prognosis. Coming in for 1, a familiar number in this Arakni Marionette deck.
Yeah. Well, Backwater is a very threatening card. I will just block for 6.
I'm gonna say Snapdragon Scalers on this.
Yep, sure.
To give it now a go again. And I'm then going to play Kiss of Death, coming in for 3.
I'll say no blocks on that.
I'm gonna discard this Savor Bloodshed to
Yep.
trigger Arakni. So it's gonna give it +3, and when this hits, it will banish a card from your hand this turn. So it's gonna go to 6. And then I'm just thinking.
Sure.
So I have some decisions to make here. I have a nice juicy take up the mantle. The challenge is I could go ahead and choose Pick to Pieces to try and stop this 1 prevention from doing anything. Feels maybe somewhat okay. I do get the additional buff from Pick to Pieces though, because I have activated on the chain link. So it would be an additional, it's effectively the same because the death deals 1 when it deals damage anyway. I could go and get myself a Mark of the Black Widow to try and banish 2 cards from your hand. You are at 9, but if you can just at instant speed play out your hand, it's gonna be a lot less threatening. And those are kind of my options at this point. I don't have a Bonds or a Persuasive Prognosis that could be a good choice to go and get. So I think what we're gonna do, I could also choose nothing. I could just choose to keep the Kiss of Death. I think what we're gonna choose to do is we will play the Take Up the Mantle. I think it is good here. So since you are marked, this is gonna go to 9 attack, and I'm going to choose to, I think I want to either force you to use your quick dodges or the like. I don't think I'm going to be able to banish cards from your, I've already got an on-head of banish 1 card. I'm going to choose the Pick to Pieces. So this is going to become a Pick to Pieces effectively.
Yep. So it'll be 9.
So it's going to go to 10. Yep, because it's going to see that I've played an attack reaction, this chain link, and it's going to get +1.
I will play Preserve Tradition and Homage.
Yep, so you're going to gain a life.
I don't think it matters what I put back. CNC, sure. So Transcend.
One thing I really like about this Arakni deck is that if you have the right kind of first few turns of the game, you have a lot of options in the mid to late game of what you can do. I think it's fun. I think having options is fun.
So I'm going to just play Fateful Scene. With the top card of my deck. I'll leave it on top and take 6.
I'm just thinking,
Okay.
I'm going to Tarantula Toxin the Fateful Scene.
Okay.
Yep. So target card defending an attack with stealth gets -3. It's currently pushing through 9 damage with that.
I will just take 9, I guess.
Yep, so Nick down to 1.
Banish this from my hand.
Yep. So this piece is banished. And we will pass the turn. Arakni goes away.
I am not marked. I will make a Spectral Shield and then attack you for 2.
Yep, no blocks.
Cool.
10. So a pretty good 2 turn cycles for me. It's put me in a pretty strong position here. The thing is playing against Enigma though is if I brick a turn, I'm going to be in some trouble. I'm going to start with this attack with Hunter's Glaive. So 1 go again. So with Vambrace's Determination, I'm kind of threatening lethal.
I will say no blocks.
Okay, we'll activate the Vambrace. I think we kind of have to force out the quick dodges here, or a potential other defense piece from Nick.
I'll play Fateful Scene.
Yep.
With the top card of my deck. I'll leave it there, I guess.
Sure. So Nick does still have Traverse up. I think in this instance we're just going to come with Clave again because we do have the Vambrace still active on floating.
No block.
Yep.
And then I'll sink below, put
Okay.
this to the bottom. Draw a card.
What we'll go ahead and do here is pitch this, pick up the point, and place CNC for 6. No float.
I think it kills me because my hand doesn't block. So, because I've got the Van Brace up. Yep, my hand does not block because I put a D-React to the bottom and, yep, I draw D-Reacts.
The power of Command and Conquer into the D-Rex.
Yep, for sure. All right.
There we have it. CNC gets the job done at the end against a hand of D-Rex. Like, I think obviously a big part of that game, big turning point in that game is the board presence. You know, you commit to the board and have the defensive package to protect it, but the triple attack react over the top.
Yeah, for sure. And then I think I drew all my D-Reacts in the same hands.
Yeah.
All, in the three hand in hand, and yeah, sometimes that's what it takes, and not transcending. That's Enigma's problem sometimes, you know? So
yeah, I feel like that is kind of for Arakni Marionette. You know, the longer the game goes, it's not better for Arakni, right?
Yeah.
More transcend cards in your deck, the more opportunities you're able to find to pivot onto a big Mirage guy. The more attack reacts in my graveyard, and you know what you need to play around or not need to play around. So yeah, there we have it. That's Enigma versus Arakni. I think a matchup that we're going to see potentially quite a bit.
For sure.
Arakni not put up the results, but a very popular hero, and Enigma surely to be one of the best heroes post Viserai as we head towards Pro Tour London.
Yep.
All right, we'll see you next game.